Hello, and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Yeah, second update today. We have a little bit of movement. What are we dealing with here? So in this video, we want to take a look at the 1 hour chart here. And we're dealing still with an unchanged pattern. I think I actually need to zoom out to the 4 hour. So yeah, we're dealing with two scenarios, you know, and they are both bullish as long as we are holding 2,956. So at the moment we're holding that level and we've been watching for a bounce, but in the last update I highlighted I would like to see a little lower. That happened, and then we've seen a bounce. So I'm going to zoom in a minute, but at the moment, let's first understand the pattern here on the 4 hour chart. Well, before we do that, Ether is weak at the moment, okay? Ether is weak. What I did do earlier today, I already posted that on Discord, the ETH BTC chart. I should show you that. Because it indicates a lot of weakness. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure if it's going to hold support. Well, no, of course not. You know, this is where I highlighted, okay, Ethereum has a chance to outperform Bitcoin from here, but it needs to hold 0.047 and needs to break above the last high here, this May high at 0.057. Until then, it's worth to be on the side of caution. Ethereum so far has not been able to outperform Bitcoin in this cycle. This would be another opportunity. If this fails and if we see a break below 0.0472, then I think Ether will really struggle and maybe not be able to outperform Bitcoin in this cycle. This is now, I think it's the second attempt where Ether had the chance to outperform Bitcoin. I'm still focusing very much on BTC when I'm buying, because Ether has not been able to outperform Bitcoin, okay? And there's no reason, in my view, to go heavy in on Ether if Bitcoin is still outperforming, okay? Specifically because Ethereum is, in my view, a more risky asset than Bitcoin. It's just a general thing. But yeah, I'm not saying avoid Ether, but I'm just saying there's no evidence Ethereum has started to outperform Bitcoin. Well, it's quite the opposite. It's just still a downtrend. This is an attempt for a reversal, but to really fully believe it, I need to see a break below, above 0.057. So until that happens, the trend is still down, forming lower lows and lower highs. But it's worth paying attention to 0.047 as support. Invalidation of this possible uptrend reversal attempt is the 0.0447 level. Okay, let's go to the ETH USD chart. By the way, breaking that does not mean that the ETH USD chart goes bearish. Absolutely not. It just means that Bitcoin is more bullish than Ether. Okay, this is just, ETH BTC is just comparing ETH with BTC. They can both go up in USD and ETH BTC can go down. They can go both down in a bear market and ETH could outperform Bitcoin. You know, there's all sorts of, this is literally just, you know, why would I invest in ETH if Bitcoin is still outperforming ETH? So that can change and we can then rotate if we want to. So this could still be, you know, third wave top in March, A wave down, B wave up, C wave down is one interpretation. I don't like this count so much. It has problems, lots of problems. This B wave didn't even go above above the 3, which would actually be needed if the C wave ends above A. Okay, so an A wave down, an overshooting B wave would then be needed if the C wave ends above A. So it's all a bit of a mess. It's a bit of a mess because the C ended above the A, but the B wave below the top of the third. Maybe a bit confusing now, but I can only tell you this is a bit of a mess, this structure. It has a lot of problems. I don't want to get into detail there, but because of the mess and because of the messy structure, I have started to interpret this also as a triangle pattern. So A wave, B wave, C wave, D wave, E wave, and then from here we could go up. So essentially it's not really different in practice, but the triangle helps to sort out some of the problems on this chart. Going to the 1 hour time frame, this is not a clear 5-wave move up. So we could still count it as 5 waves. Not happy with it, possible. Or it's just a 3-wave move in wave D of the triangle. Either way, the move down is also in 3 waves so far, even though that C wave was probably an impulse. So A wave down, B wave, C wave. We hit support. The price formed one more low after the last video. It seemed like it would. It did that. And now we see a bounce into resistance. I've adjusted resistance to 3,181 to 3,280. The Bitcoin chart is clearer to me at the moment on the micro, which is why I focus on it a bit more, because I see more clear patterns. Okay, here again, Ether is weaker. So Bitcoin today formed already a higher low. No, Ethereum hasn't done that. Ethereum hasn't even broken above resistance. So I need a first impulse from the low. We've seen a possible impulse on the Bitcoin chart, no impulse on the ETH chart. So I need a first impulse of the low to have have an understanding and have an initial indication that the wave 2 there in the white count has bottomed, or alternatively the E wave of the triangle, and then a break above resistance at 3,280. That's the update about Ether. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.